Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Valoria is open. 3-pointer.
Goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Just posterized by Scott.
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7. And we begin a brand new week in the city of San Juan. We are back at the Phil Oil Center para sa ating triple header ngayong Lunes. The Manila Batang Quiapo right down the cellar and the North Division. Mga kalaban nila ang Abra Solid North Weavers na nasa taas ng ating North Division naman. And yan po ang ating first game. Manila versus Abra, mamaya Bacolod against Basilan. And in the main game, it's San Juan against Zamboanga. Magandang hapon mga kaliga. Sa Delf Tupas kasama si Aport. Sabi pala niya, kamusta weekend mo, Aport?
Okay naman, Boss Delf. And you know, medyo masakit na nandito tayo ulit. This has been a painful venue for us in the past week. Pero okay naman, I'm very happy to be back again working.
Now, we will be joined later on by Mika Abisamis. We're saying hello to everyone watching us on YouTube. And we are live on Solar Sports starting at 6 p.m. later. And we're also live every Thursdays and Saturdays. Balikan natin ang mga laro nung Sabado. Some interesting results for our teams here. Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys winning against Davao Occidental. Cebu Greats with an upset of the Jensen Warriors, and Pangasinan Heatwaves taking care of business against the Quezon City Galleries Type 1. Anong resulta ang nag-stand out sa'yo, Javi?
Well, it was definitely that Cebu win over Jensen. Although Cebu has really been trying to win as much games as possible. Siyempre itong Jensen, they've also been playing well as of late and they were hoping to bounce back from a loss themselves. But Cebu making things happen in the end game despite repeated runs, repeated attempts, especially by Nico Elorde during the end to come back and force overtime.
Well, Jun Manzo and Mark Meneses had both were standouts in that ball game, including particularly Jun Manzo na ankle breaker ang ating kaibigan si Joel Liu. But that's a story for another day. Tingnan natin ang ating team standings. We're seeing some movement now. Binyan and Rizal right behind Quezon and Zamboanga. You mentioned Binyan, Rizal, Jensen, Batangas. They are all pretty much in a very, very tight race for home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be very tight there, down there in the middle. But also, you notice the teams here, Mindoro, Basilan, Muntinlupa, Davao, all the way down to Cebu. Itong mga teams na to still fighting for that spot in the play-in or looking to lock in their spot dun sa bottom half ng top 8 natin. So very important that these teams don't anymore fall into losing runs or just win as much games as possible, especially itong Cebu who is really on a mission to try and catch up and make at least a spot in the play-in tournament.
Well, Abra is right there with a 19-1 record. Ang Manila, as you mentioned, 2-18. Nueva Ecija still at number 2, number 3 ang San Juan. They will be in action later on against Zamboanga. So, yan po ang ating North Division. It looks like Pangasinan is also looking good, no? Just one win behind Pampanga at number 4. Talking about Manila, one player that has come in and really helped them out immensely is Alfred Cedillo. No? He was not playing in the first half of the season, but when he came in, he's made an impact. Siya yung nanguna sa panalo nila against Pasig a few weeks ago. But again, he's been counted upon in the last few games by Coach Max.
Well, he's injected a lot of veteran presence into this team. Although he may be still young in his years, Alfred Cedillo has already been in the MPBL for quite some time, making a return this season, having 23 points in that game against San Juan. He's averaged in double figures and has emerged as their top scorer in these past few games ever since he came in. Pero yun nga, 3-game losing streak sila ngayon and they're really going up against a team that's highly favored to go out and roll over them. But Alfred Cedillo maybe can try and get another game like this going, but he needs help. That is going to be very important in the defense, of course, by Manila. That is going to be tested once again today. That has been highly suspect para sa kanila this whole season.
Well, on the other side, Dave Ildefonso, MVP season so far para kay Dave. Highly touted recruit coming in for Abra, and he's been good as advertised and more. Numbers against Zamboanga really led that demolition job against the Zamboanga family, Sikat from Family's Brand Sardines.
Well, although right now he's standing head and shoulders above the opposition, he also did have to make a little adjustment going into this first season of his in the MPBL. Pero ngayon nakita na nating lahat, and you said he is good as advertised, and he's gonna try and make another dominant game in today's outing against the Manila Batang Quiapo.
We're just about ready for tip-off here. Abra versus Manila in our first game. Let's go to Miguel Pere for the starting lineups.
And welcome to the Playtime Philo Center in San Juan City. Today's first game features Manila and Abra. This is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters, beginning with Manila Batang Quiapo. Starting at forward number 4, Jose Canlas. Also at forward number 00, Ira Bataller. Coming in at center number 23, Decoy Lopez. One guard number 21, Yuan Sariano. And the other guard number 3, D-Hawkeye, and Chi Inigo. The head coach for Manila Batang Quiapo is Max Dayandante. Assistant coaches, Clint Cuzarin, RJ Janero, and Miller Gillian. Team manager is Ivan Villaflor. Team governor, Adol Salazar. Team owners, Raymond Ang and Emilio Chu. Here are the starters for the Abra Solid North Weavers. Starting at guard number 5, Josh David. Also at guard number 10, Jolo Mendoza. Coming in at center number 18, Gio Chu. Power forward number 83, Mark Yee. And the other forward, number 1, the Sheriff, Dave Ildefonso. The head coach for the Solid North Weavers is Young Garcia. Assistant coaches, Denok Miranda, Don Uro, and Edsel Valenia. Team owners, Bukay Mayor Jaja Bernos and Honorable Congressman JB Bernos. Referees for this ball game are Manuel Binondo.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Achi Inigo, Darius Soriano, Decoy Lopez, Ira Bataller, and Jose Canas Jr. ang magsisimula for Manila. Abra naman as Joshua David, Jolo Mendoza, Jayon Chu, Marquis, and Dave Ildefonso. We are underway here at the Phil Oyleco Center in San Juan. Abra wins the tip. Josh David ang nagdadala ng bola dito.
So given the chance to start here for the Abra Weavers, ito si Josh David saka si Jeochu Jolo Mendoza as well in the starting lineup for another game. He also started their game against the Zamboanga Sikat. Jeochu opening up festivities right away, did not waste any time in getting points on the board.
2-0. Soriano kicks it out to Decoy Lopez. The steal by Ildefonso. And the layup para kay Dave Ildefonso. Di ba pinagpapawisan si Dave Ildefonso. Inigo misses. Yee quickly to Ildefonso. Dave. He'll launch the 3. No. Jayo Chu with a rebound. Chu will miss from close range.
That was surprising considering how close he was to the basket. All 6'10" of Jeochu missing that point-blank shot. You know, that's something that I believe that he is going to be learning to make as the games go by here. Still adjusting to the physicality, but Manila finally getting on the board. Alam naman natin yung offense ng Manila, hindi naman yan natin kuni-question. It's really been their defense that has been the problem all season long, and that's really the department wherein they struggle a lot.
Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Decoy Lopez putting Manila on the board. Jayo Chu knocks down the free throw.
Decoy Lopez has been experiencing, I believe, one of the best, if not the best, individual seasons of his MPBL career itong taon na to.
Decoy Lopez, a veteran. Marami na rin nalaroan pa. Ito si Decoy.
Yes, sir. He's bounced around a lot of teams.
Former JRU heavy bomber. Decoy. Canlas against Ildefonso. 10 seconds to work with for Manila. Soriano will fire. Too strong. Chu quickly to Dave Ildefonso. David got a running start. Hindi niya nakuha ang bola. Dave gets it back. Finds Yi inside. Mark Yi for 2.
Ayan naman talaga, alam naman natin, maaasahan natin Kuya Marky, a living legend of the MPBL.
Marky, former finals MVP. 4 years ago, he won his championship in the finals MVP as Decoy Lopez. Gets his second 3 of the ball game. Ildefonso will drive, finds Yi sa ilalim, nabitawan ng bola. Rebound, nakuha ni Decoy Lopez ang loose ball. Here's Inigo. Canlas could not get on the end of the pass.
I could have actually already went for the shot there, but Canlas wasn't ready for the pass. Right intention, pero meron na rin sanang libreng opportunity si Achi doon.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. 5 points na para kay Dave Ildefonso. The lead is 5, 11-6. Decoy for 3. Yes, sir. That's 3 triples para kay Decoy Lopez. 11-9 is the count.
Yeah, all 9 of Manila's points coming from one man only. But both teams here just continuing to exchange baskets. A very high scoring affair here in the first 3 minutes of this game.
13-9. Lopez against Yi. Atras si Decoy. No shot there. Canlas. 5 seconds to work with. Trying to get past David. He's denied by David. Jolo Mendoza waits. Finds Ildefonso. Wide open for 3. Gets it to go. 8 points para kay Dave Ildefonso. The Weavers are rolling here in the first period.
Coach Maxi Dayandante might have been pleased with the way that Manila was able to keep its step offensively. But again, defense just allowing Abra to get easy shots, open looks. Dave Ildefonso scoring his 8th point of the game right now. They're up by 7, 16-9 with still 6 minutes and 14 remaining here in the first.
Back in San Juan for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. First of all, I'd like to say get well soon to Coach Young Garcia, who is feeling under the weather. So today we have Coach Denok Miranda to lead the team. And we had an interesting conversation, talked about how they have been satisfied, you know, winning against really strong contenders. Pero sabi niya, ang mahirap nga sa ganitong laro is overconfidence. Whether they win the game or not, it's really their individual performances that would matter. How each one can balance and control themselves, lalo Pampanga ang susunod na kalaban nila. Coach Denok gave them an example. In 2004, FEU had the chance to win a back-to-back championship against DLSU as one of the strongest teams of the UAAP then. Miranda, Santos, Isip, Chan, Rizada. Now, Denok Miranda had the last shot that cost them a painful loss. Sabi niya, walang perfect, masakit matalo, masakit pag magaling ka at pangit ang laro mo. Make sure each court encounter will count for yourself. At sabi nga ni Kuya Marky, tandaan nyo, kami pa lang ni Mike Ayon-Ayon, Encho at ako ang nagiging MPBL champion dito. Kaya saka na tayo mag-usap-usap pag lahat tayo MPBL champion na. Humbling reminders from these Kuyas. Sidel, Javi.
Thank you so much, Mika. Pretty much, I think if that message did not get across dun sa mga players ng Abra, particularly the young guns, I don't know. I don't know kung ano pa kailangan nila sabihin, but you know, interesting tidbit there from Coach Denok about that 2004 failed championship bid as we check out this three-pointer galing kay Jolo Mendoza. Naalala mo ba yun?
Oh yeah, I witnessed that because that was around the first few years that I was watching the UAAP, wherein I was such a big fan of Ateneo, and FEU was definitely one of the teams that really gave them a hard time in winning championships during that era. It was really dominated by La Salle and FEU.
Oh, no, LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. David, wow. 25 points in just 5 minutes. Abra.
It's crazy because they've scored 9 points in less than 2 minutes after that timeout by Manila. Earlier, they were down by just 7 points. Now, Manila is staring at an 18-point deficit.
Oh boy, this is going to be a long afternoon para dito sa Batang Quiapo. They've come out really motivated here. Itong Abra Solid North Weavers. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X-Pop. Personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
And very nice that Mika was able to mention yung sinabi ng mga kuya nila dito sa Abra Weavers, the MPBL champions, Ayon, Marky, and the other guys.
That's an exclusive club.
That is a very exclusive club. Dahil nga ilang seasons pala naman tayo dito and only a few teams have been able to hoist up that trophy. Pampanga pa nga lang nakakapag back-to-back dito at kaya konti pa lang talaga ang mga players that can stand proud and call themselves MPBL champions. And despite all the achievements already of these young bucks on this Abra Weaver squad, still hindi nila pwedeng ipagyabang na champion na sila dito dahil hindi pa naman.
Oo, malayo pa. Alfred Cedillo calmly sinks the three to stop the bleeding for the Batang Quiapo. It was 12-9 for a while.
And it was so nicely put by Mika, those two stories, dahil it really emphasizes the point of not resting on your laurels, because we've also seen it here in the MPBL where teams would go on to have a very strong start, would not lose a lot of games, pero bandang dulo, they won't be able to make good in the playoffs or not even make it to the championship round. Maybe not even make it past the second round.
Oo. Talking about, playing from end to end, no, like start to finish. And I think, Abras, hindi man sila nag-champion dito sa MPBL. There are a lot of winners on this team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially this guy right here, Dave Ildefonso, who misses the three. He'll try again, Dave. And he will not miss. 13 in the ball game para kay Dave Ildefonso. It's a 17-point advantage for Abra.
Kaya naintindihan mo rin yung vision na sinet dito ni Kong JB Bernos para sa kanyang team in recruiting his players. Getting guys like this guy with the basketball, Jolo Mendoza, you already mentioned Dave Ildefonso, and then the La Salle guys, Raven, Josh, CJ Austria. These guys are winners at the collegiate level. So kahit papano, meron na silang experience, meron na silang feeling of how to win games and how to win championships. And they hope that they can bring this here on over into the professional level here in the MPBL.
Mukhang hindi pa pinagpapawisan si Dave Ildefonso sa 13 points niya yun.
Walang kahirap-hirap.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances ng subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And by the looks of it, they are gonna go. They could reach 50 points. I think if they wanted to, still pour on a lot of threes in the last 2 minutes and 30 of this first quarter.
Alam mo, isa pa nag-stand out dun sa report ni Mika. Yung pag-dip-dip ni
ni Coach Denok.
Coach Denok dun sa pagkatalo eh. Siya pala siya yung last shot eh. Imagine mo, 20 years on, naiisip niya pa rin yun.
Well, gaya rin naman yan ng siguro pagka-dip-dip. I mean, it's not the same, pero gaya rin naman yan ng pagka-dip-dip natin sa talo natin dito in this very building last week.
Hirap makamubuan dun.
Ang hirap. Sobrang hirap.
Here's Garcia. Pasa na dumiretso sa ring. A little helter-skelter there. Garcia trying to take control. Here's CJ Austria. Looking for Uduba. There's a foul downstairs.
And I think the pass might have been a little too late because Uduba was already waiting in that dunker spot on the left side.
Akala ko, Hams, yung kwento mo, yung sakit ng heartbreak eh. Hindi pala.
Heartbreak rin naman yun eh. Kasi
Totoong heartbreak yung gusto ko marinig eh.
totoong heartbreak rin yun kasi 50,000 naging bato pa.
Kaya nga, pero alam mo, may mga bagay na money cannot replace, you know? Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Things such as, you know, nag-aalaga sa'yo, yung companionship, yan. Hindi na bibili ng ano yan.
Yeah,
50,000 yan.
I actually do appreciate the love and companionship that my MPBL family gives me. Maraming salamat sa trust, sa care, sa pag-aalaga, sa pag-aaruga, sa pagmamahal. Hindi na ako humahanap ng iba.
Titingnan natin yan. That remains to be seen, my friend. First quarter pa lang tayo, ha? First game pa to, ha? Can you imagine? We have 12 more quarters to cover today. 11 more quarters.
And I can't wait what's in store for me today.
Cedillo, quick move on the baseline. Beats Gonzalez there. And si Alfred Cedillo, really, napaka-underrated ang ability nito to score with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's such a smooth mover with the basketball. Makes use of fakes like that. He has excellent footwork and really just so simple but yet very effective. Ito si Alfred Cedillo. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of pump, but able to get things done.
Pero basic lang din yung mga galaw ni Alfred, eh, no? Hindi masyadong, wala siyang masyadong, you know, fancy dribble.
Exactly.
Really, just more of his footwork, using the, you know, yung mga foundations ng laro niya maganda.
Walang sayang na galaw, ika nga. And I think that's also what young kids also in this generation have to realize, that it's not all about the flashiness of your game that's important. It's important that you get things done and you knock down shots.
Eusebio makes it a 17-point deficit. Austria! Kala ko papasok pa.
Well, looked good. It had a good line.
Abra solid North Weavers putting 39 points on the board in the first quarter against the Manila Batang Quiapo. David Defonso at 13 in that first period. And Manila had Decoy Lopez to thank for, because he hit three three-pointers, pero unrelenting ito si David Defonso, helping the Abra solid North Weavers for this 17-point lead against the Manila Batang Quiapo at the end of one. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Manila with possession to start the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last field goal made by Reggie Sebio in the first quarter is just a 2-point conversion.
So there you go. There was
Therefore, our
a
official
correction
score
on the
is
shot by Red Eusebio. See this here. He definitely had his
Oh my.
Both of his feet were actually inside the arc. That's why I was also
I-
surprised that it was called a
I-
3-point shot.
I missed that. Hindi ko na sa grabe ng tindi ng action na
Tsaka medyo mainit yung naging conversation eh.
Kaya
But
nga.
the latter part of that first quarter.
medyo dibdiban yung usapan dun eh.
All about missed shots,
And missed opportunities.
missed opportunities.
Sometimes fate has other plans, my friend. It has a way of redirecting you to a different path
That's
or a different person.
that's the beauty of life. I mean, you never know who is
Meant for you.
meant for you.
Dabangan natin yan kung sino. Sino kayang meant dito na sasalba sa Manila? Kasi 18 na yung lamang ng Abra here in the second quarter.
Well, Cedillo and Lopez have combined here for 17 points.
Oh,
The bigger
tingnan.
chunk of it is from Decoy Lopez, who has 11 already built on 3 3-pointers. There's, I think, going to be a substitution here with Ancheta having a problem with the uniform protocol, I believe.
Yeah. And it's a technical.
20, Irvin Ancheta for violating the uniform protocol.
Because as far as I know, talagang pinagbabawalan na natin yung undergarment. Eh.
Oo, sa top.
Yeah.
And I think that's our house rules, I believe. Kasi sa ibang liga naman, pwede yan eh. Kung pagbabawalan mo yung top, pawalan mo na rin yung sa baba.
Mahirap naman yung sa
Di ba?
baba.
Pawalan mo na yung mga compression na compression shorts.
Yung iba nga, naka-comparison pants pa eh.
Yung iba nga, compression pants na lang, parang hindi nakita yung shorts eh. Sa iksi ng shorts eh.
CJ Austria showing us a little bit of moves inside the paint, a little post action coming from the former LaSalle Green Archer.
41-21. Unang set ng ating shoutouts dito.
Marami-rami ata yan.
Oo, the Sed Ablaza, ang mga nagpapabati. Badulato family watching from Davao City. Alfred Cedillo knocks down that bank shot. R. Garcia
Oh,
nanonood. May nag-aaya pa ng Hindi pa yata natapos ang sa Las Vegas eh. Gusto pa ituloy dito sa Manila.
actually nakita ko nga rin sa recently bago siya lumipad papuntang US eh.
Andito na siya, nakabalik na.
Nako,
Kakabalik lang.
madalas ko siya nakikita ngayon eh.
Talaga?
Oo eh, nagugulat nga ako eh.
Saan ka kaya nakikita ni Javi Palania? Austria kept his footing there para nakakuha pa siya ng foul.
So that move has been more and more commonplace nowadays. That slow 1-2 gather.
Si Del Fabro is in the game.
Michael Jordan ng Abra to, no?
Kaya nga 23, number pa lang, alam mo na. CJ at the line. Medyo matulis ang kanyang free throw sa una. And this is such a young 5 on the floor para dito kay Coach Denok Miranda.
Which I think really has propelled the Weavers to a lot of big wins this season. The youth has helped them be so unrelenting defensively and offensively that really complements the style of play that Coach Yong, Coach Denok, the rest of the coaching staff want for this particular set of players.
Austria against Baltasar. Uduba. Garcia will fire. Yes! Coach Yong Garcia must be smiling at home right now.
I'm sure, and his son taking advantage of the opportunity given to him. 6 points now in the game para kay Robbie Garcia.
25-point lead. Joe Gomez del Llano with a 3-ball.
Again, offense, not really much of a problem for Manila this season. They're actually one of the top teams, averaging 79.5 points per game, but they're giving up 105.6 points per game to their opponents. They're the worst defensive team this season.
Garcia to Austria off the steal. Dave is fouled by Baltazar. Wilkin Lee is also coming in. Nung nakwento kanina ni Mika doon kay Coach Deno. Siyempre, Lasal fan ako noon. Kasi sa Lasal ako nag-aral ng...
Pareho kayo ni Mika.
sa Bacolod ako.
Ayun na nga.
Idol ko si Mike Cortez, Mac Cardona. Pero yung style ng laro ko, gusto ko talaga. Denok Miranda.
Actually, no?
Yun talaga yung ko dati. Gusto ko talaga gayahin yung laro niya.
Very heady point guard ang dating eh.
May nagustuhan ni Coach Denok yun. Decoy Lopez knocks down the 3. And, every available shot na libre, Manila is taking it.
Yan ang importante para sa kanila because they will have an even more difficult time if they wait for the defense to set. So here, trying to attack the press, ito Manila Batang Quiapo and getting that shot available for Decoy Lopez, cutting this lead to just 21 points.
Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Phil Oil Equal Center in San Juan. That's our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. So, 49-29. Medyo natagalan, Madam. Ganda na suot ni Madam dun, ha?
Oo, mukhang galing pang formal event si ma'am.
Oo. 6.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. CJ Austria will fire a 3. It's in and out. Iba nakuha ni Joe Gomez Diliano. Quickly to Alfred Cedillo. Cedillo turns around. Oh, what a finish! Galing kay Alfred Cedillo.
Shifty move right there, going downhill para kay Alfred Cedillo. I'm sure we're gonna see that again on the replay. Check this out, crossover into the lane and then spinning back to the left side, finishing with his strong hand still.
Oh, and again, yung galaw na yon, wala masyadong not a lot of fanfare on that move. Let's go to Mika Bisam.
Alfred Cedillo remembers how he thought he would never play basketball again, no? After San Beda played for Pasay in 2018, stopped playing up until 2023 when he played for his home team Bacolod, played for them till Season 6 and now with Manila. He just could not feel it anymore daw after his Pasay stint. Parang naging cold ang basketball sa kanya, no? But just like life, we get second chances, our favorite theme of the day. Sabi ni Alfred at 30, may gusto pa daw siyang patunayan sa larangan ng basketball. Isa daw sa gusto niyang panuurin ngayong araw ay si Kuya Marky. Pagmamasdan daw talaga niya ang lahat ng kilos nito. Alfred, obviously one of the more relevant players of Coach Maxi so far. He intends to finish this season with pride. Si Delphin Javi.
Thank you so much, Mika. And talking about going back to the love of your life, which is basketball.
First love never dies.
Oo, akala mo, tapos ka na. Nakalaro ko pa to si Alfred sa isa sa mga, recreational leagues eh. Siguro that was right around 2018. And, no, nagpasay siya. And I thought really, hindi na talaga siya mag-continue. But I think now that he's rediscovering this love again for basketball, mas effective shot, mas magaling siyang player ngayon, Avi.
Tsaka, alam mo naman, bata pa siya. He's just 30 years old. Still a lot of gas left in his tank.
Oo, kaya nga no? Bata pa. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari, Avi.
Magka-age lang pala kami
Oo,
nito ni
magka-age
Alfred.
na kayo ni Alfred. Kaya, eventually, lalabas, you are going to be older and wiser. So you're gonna make better decisions like Alfred right there. Mintis lang ang kanyang tira. Here comes Dave Ildefonso. Dire-diretso si Dave. Unstoppable.
That vaunted athleticism, the way that he's able to push the basketball with the explosive speed, just makes it so difficult for the opposing team's defenses to really stop him on the break.
Alfred Cedillo. Itong second chance at basketball para kay Alfred Cedillo, parang maganda to para sa kanya, no? Para mas magaling talaga siya ngayon.
Yeah, he's looking very good right now. He's more calm, he's more composed, although save for that turnover there. Pero nakita mo, he's not very emotional anymore, and when he commits mistakes, he's able to make better decisions on the floor.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Here's Ildefonso. Fast break scoring 15-5. Ildefonso misses. Jayo Chu inside. There's a call against Decoy Lopez. Manila already over the limit.
Might work for Jayo to try and really work more on that left-hand finish, especially when he's on that left side of the basket. It's going to be much easier for him to convert shots over defenders when he gets to master that left hand.
Jayo Chu, mintis ang unang free throw.
But make no mistake about it, he's a much better player than he was when he was in college right now. That stint internationally, playing with the national team, has really brought a lot of positives into his playing career at this moment.
55-37, Baltasar. Pinahinga muna. Balik si Ira Batalyer. Sa miss para kay Ira. Rebound nakuha ni Jayo Chu. Mendoza. Fabro. Jolo gets it back. Now against Batalyer, and Batalyer commits the foul.
Oh, you would think that itong Abra, they already have enough guards, enough scorers, enough shooters. But still, getting Jolo Mendoza to be a part of their team this year, I think he just really gives another dimension and gives another closer as well during the end game that you can go to. You see here, he's part of that, of those three players that had decent numbers and quality minutes for Abra in that big win against Zamboanga. The scoring was really spread out in that game for the Weavers.
Oo, ganda ng contributions na lahat. Marvin Taiwan, a little under the weather today.
Well, he deserves to rest.
Oo, ibang klase din ang pinapakita ni Marvin Taiwan this season. Look at Cedillo, well defended by Apolonio. Oh, the rare times nagkamali dun si Cedillo sa galaw niya.
Well, actually, the turnovers here in the second quarter have been piling up para kay Alfred Cedillo. I think that's already number 3 on him just in this quarter alone. Did not commit any in the first.
Jolo Mendoza for 3. That's over the top. Canlas returns. Encho Serrano. Sitting pretty as well. Relax yung bata natin.
Masarap nga yung upo. Kasi daw nare-realize niya na rin na kailangan niya rin na magpahinga minsan. Kaya yun din ang binibigay ng team niya sa kanya ngayon. Hindi na rin daw siya bumabata eh.
Grabe. Hindi, but for one, mataas ang mileage ni
Oh,
Encho
yeah.
for his age, by the way. Kasi dami rin na laruan na yan eh. 5 points na para kay Eusebio.
And I believe Abra's is really trying to make sure that he's still fresh going into the latter part of the season, especially sa ating playoffs. Dahil alam ko, he's also been experiencing some back issues eh.
Batang-bata nga. Back issues. Apolonio steps into this three-pointer. Nag-agawan sila ni Jeyo Chu. It's off. Jeyo Chu, babalik sa Manila ang bola.
This is just how deep Abra is. You know, Jason Apolonio used to be a marquee name here in the league when he was still playing for Pampanga. You remember that three-headed monster that they had in the Giant Lanterns pre-Justin Baltazar era when it was him. He was actually the head of the snake that time. Siya, and then Mitchell Mines, and then si Archie Concepcion.
Yeah. That was in season 4. Batalier, pahinga muna. Delay of game warning. He-Man is in the game. Oh, nice pass. Inigo scores underneath. 2 points. First basket para kay Inigo.
17 na lang to. That's why you can see Coach Denok Miranda on that Abra sideline. Not very pleased with what he's seeing right now. A lot of missed shots up close, missed coverages defensively, and then giving up fouls like that on the break. That's a great aggressive move by Eusebio to draw that foul.
I think, you know, without nitpicking too much, Abra a little stagnant on the offensive end. Parang kung sino nagbababa ng bola, siya na rin ang tumitira.
Tama ka dyan. Not a lot of movement in terms of swinging that basketball. Even the man movement, it's really been much more ball screen action. Pero nakita mo off ball, wala talaga halos gumagalaw. Kaya yung depensa ng Manila, you know, they've been figuring it out kung paano nila madidepensahan itong Abra in the half court.
David. 16-point lead para dito sa Abra. Atake si Mendoza, the dipsy-do from Jello Mendoza. Eusebio saves it from going out of bounds. Inigo, Canlas will fire. Yes! That's such a unique release.
Oh yeah.
He-Man with a steal, and then Inigo with a layup.
Oh, that's 5 straight points quickly for the Manila Batang Quiapo, and this lead is down to just 13 points. Remember, after the end of the first quarter, the lead of Abra was 18 points, and they were able to get it to as high as 25. And here in the second quarter, the Manila Batang Quiapo making a furious rally to try and close out this quarter strong.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That replay really giving a lot of justice to the ability to hang in the air by Jolo Mendoza, once regarded as the next phenom in Ateneo. And he was still in grade school, actually. Many people were already giving him that kind of recognition. In fact, many people were saying that he would be better than Kiefer Ravena.
7.7 rebounds para kay Jeyo Chu, He-Man. 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Mintis ang tres ni Achi Inigo. Mendoza is fouled by He-Man. Absolutely needless foul.
Because this puts Jolo Mendoza at the line, and we know that Jolo's a terrific free throw shooter. Ayan, oh. Coach Maxi, I'm sure, telling He-Man, hindi mo ba nakita? Penalty na tayo.
Wala rin threat dun eh. Dun sa kabila pa yung bola eh.
Exactly.
Two for two. 11 points now for Jolo. Inigo short on the layup. Canlas trying to recover.
But
We'll go back to Abra.
despite that, that also should be something that Coach Denok should address. That was an impressive pass made with two defenders there and just Achi Inigo waiting for the catch.
Mendoza attacks the closeout. And Apolonio is fouled. 2 free throws para kay Jason Apolonio. He spent last season with the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. Only in his third season here in the MPBL. Jason Apolonio.
Well, he's had to deal also with some injuries over the past couple of years. That's why he hasn't really seen a lot of court time, especially last season. Dito kasi maintindihan natin dahil sobrang lalim na talaga nitong Abra eh.
Balik sa 20 ang lamang dito ng Solid North Weavers. E-Man from half court, no. David from the other side, that will do it. First half in the books dito sa Phil Oil Center in San Juan. Abra Solid North Weavers are in full control of this matchup. 20-point lead at the break.
Nakan.
Coach, feel ko pinapakitaan kayo.
Nagsidagol. Fade away, one-hander.
James Sena, 15 points in this game, and he is featured in our Gixer Great Move of the Game, Born for Great.
This has to be the play of the game.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the top 10. Number 10. Tapos Coach Egay. Reaction ni Coach Egay. Pero mo, yumuyo ko, natawa yan eh. Yumuyo ko.
Back to PJ. Against Joshua Yero. Gets past him and rolls it in. Cuts the lead down to 11.
What a finger roll by PJ. Getting past a couple of black shirts and scooping it up. Ibang klase yung finger roll na yun. Off-legged pa. Pero again, stretch na rin kasi yung mileage ng ibang players dito sa Cagers. Eh, no? Oh, what a finish!
Oh, Ramos had to improvise there. At he did that in successful fashion para sa Muntinlupa Cagers. A little run here being made by the guys in blue.
You know what I like about that? He was clearly decided that I'm going to challenge this defense of JJ Pido. And what I like also about it is immediately after he made that shot.
First basket of the game.
Pumayod siya doon at apat ulit ang lamang sa Mindoro. Dipsino from Alfred Flores.
Very shifty. Yung ganawa na yan na si Flores.
Play of the game brought to you by OneXBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Pactalio attacks, takes off his defender. Wow, able to sneak that one through.
Oh man, that's what you miss about a Mactalio, you know? Guys will always say, you know, when you see Mactalio with the ball, he always is gonna find a way to score. And right here, you know, scoop underneath.
Yamping, balik kay Alfred Flores. Malayo ito, galing sa tres! On net! Gutsy shot from Alfred Flores.
I gotta wake myself up. Parang feeling ko, linggo pa rin eh. Naalala ko pa rin si Doy Remocat.
Alfred Flores has come alive here.
Was the first assistant, and then they brought in Coach Onak Magtulis and Coach Richard De La Rosa.
Oh,
Both of their teammates during their championship run before. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Where did that come from?
And somebody's letting out a lot of rage.
They've had enough of turnovers. Ball got stolen, but not this time. Both Art and J-Boy Solis on the floor at the same time. Good cut.
Mactalio with a reverse.
That to me is really just understanding basic spread offense basketball. See this right here. Ball on the post. That weak side guy, 45, has to cut. And how about that control of Mactalio?
Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Coughs up the ball.
2 seconds remaining. Calo steps into a free. Knocks that one down to beat the buzzer. What a night for Eman Calo. May duda pa ba?
Hindi, isang quarter pa, pwede pa magbago isip natin. Pero sa quarter na ito, hindi magbabago ang isip natin that Emad Calo was definitely the best player.
Parang wala lang. Talagang umiling-iling pa. Highlights of the game brought to you by
Masama pa yung
Simplas,
loob.
the official hydration partner. Kani, left corner shot, no.
What a
Minus,
rebound.
climbing the ladder, puts it back and in. And a foul whistle on Mindoro.
Say it with your chest, Mr. Minus. After a beautiful play for the second chance, tulad nga nung sinabi mo, inakyat yung mataas na hagdanan. Hindi lang yun, umangat pa ng malakas. 3-point play pa ang kasama.
Halftime here at the PhilHealth Center in San Juan. Abra Solid North Weavers with a 20-point lead against the Manila Batang Quiapo. Abra actually really just turning up the heat early on. And Manila coming up with a response in that second quarter. Nababa nila itong lamang na to. But again, Abra, regaining their focus late on. Kaya umangat ulit yung kalamangan dito. It's been ang dami lang talaga ng attempts and possessions para dito sa Abra. Every time they have an opportunity, tinatakbuhan talaga nila itong Manila.
Yeah, those plus 8 in attempts, 39 to 47. A big reason of that is because Abra dominated the glass. Imagine 37 rebounds after the first 2 quarters compared to just 17 for the Manila Batang Quiapo. Manila was actually able to trim this deficit into just 13 points, but Abra able to finish the second quarter strong and getting it back up to 20. They were up by as much as 25 points in this game. I'm sure that after that halftime huddle, Coach Denok Miranda was able to address some issues that he was very privy about during that first half. He was not very happy with the way that a lot of their plays went, especially in that second quarter towards the middle part of that. But you can see here a lot of good numbers para man for them to build on. But alam niya that these guys hold themselves to a higher standard of excellence.
16 points para kay Dave Ildefonso. He's the leading scorer. Dalawang players ng Manila with 14 apiece. That's Decoy Lopez and Alfred Cedillo. We're just about ready for the second period here. David Yi, Ildefonso Gonzalez, and Ayon for Abra. Ildefonso wide open. That's a basket para kay Dave Ildefonso.
That's a warm-up jumper for Dave Ildefonso. Wide open look.
Heman. Cedillo misses. Rebound ni Marquis. Ayon has it. Mike. Yi. Libre sa tres. Marquis. Marquis already with 10 points in the ball game on a 4 of 6 shooting.
And the reason why Marquis continues to have a job here in the MPBL, he has continuously reinvented himself over his basketball career through the years. Padagdag ng padagdag yung mga skills na nagagawa niya sa loob ng court. Despite advancing in age, Marquis is still a very dependable player.
3-point shot is brought to by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. It's not just his veteran leadership na kailangan ng Abra moving forward. It's really just the entire package really. Kailangan ng depensa niya, kailangan ng opensa niya. And I don't know when the going gets tough. Gonzalez with a block. Ildefonso leading the break. Dave Ildefonso with a layup. And Coach Max immediately sensing that Abra will have a little uprising here for Abra. And then, this is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split type air conditioning. Congressman J.B. Bernos in the building. Habol sa second half si Kong. Para mapanood ang kanyang kupunan. And live from the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. And get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. 73 to 46. That's the ball slipping out of the hands of Raven Gonzalez. That would have been a steal. Instead, it's a fresh 14 para dito sa Manila Batang Quiapo. Cedillo. Heman wants it against Ayon. Lopez. Looking for a way through against Yi. Canlas, the steal by Dave Ildefonso. Numbers back for Manila. Here comes Dave Ildefonso. Misses the layup. Maxamonte. Binigay kay Canlas muna. Bothered by the defense of Ayon there was Heman.
Well, Cedillo was actually already asking for it. He was wide open on the left flank, but Canlas could not locate him, gave it up to Heman, and then he got fouled.
Cedillo drives right at Raven. That's taken away by Abra. David to Ayon for two. Mike Ayon. That's his first basket of the game.
The point guard chops, Josh David, continues to get better here in his stint with Abra. And to learn from a guy like Coach Yong Garcia, who himself was a terrific guard during his playing days. Just another nice opportunity for Josh to add knowledge, and to show it on the floor is definitely very impressive.
Heman short on that attempt. Ayon gets away. Ildefonso will fire three. Too strong. Yi. The turnaround from Marquis. No. Another opportunity. Samonte able to get control. Stop and pop. No. David, the tap. Gonzalez. Yi. Ayon. He'll launch the three. Gets it to drop.
It might have been a foul also downstairs away from the play. A whistle was blown after that shot.
Looks like it will be against Marquis here. Clearly off the line. Oh, yun.
Yeah. Stuck his elbow on the neck of, was it Heman or
Yeah,
Canlas?
that's Heman. That's the call right here. Looks like
Mike Ayon, 3
the
points.
three will go. And then the foul on
Holding foul on number 83,
Marquis.
That's his first.
Ano siya namang papalitan na dito ni Johnny Duba.
78-46 is the count. Manila nagbababa ng bola dito. David nearly got the steal on Irvin Ancheta.
Acheta already was looking like he was not too confident about bringing down that basketball, and Josh David very much used to putting on a lot of pressure in the backcourt.
Inigo slips it in to Cedillo with a finish.
Still one of the best passers in this league, Achi Inigo.
David Ildefonso down low. Gonzalez for two.
Meanwhile, I think the passing game of Dave Ildefonso still a little bit underrated. Many people don't see it because of the impressive scoring that he's done, especially here in his stint with Abra in the MPBL. But I think Dave is a terrific passer as well.
80-48, 32 points ang lamang. Cedillo 1-on-1 with Gonzalez. Samonte, a three. Mabasa 29 ang lamang, 80-51. Ildefonso to Uduba. Another assist para kay Dave Ildefonso. Got a couple of assists here in the third. Assist tally now up to 5. Lopez. Cedillo. Yes.
And again, very simple shot there by Alfred Cedillo off the glass. Basic banker.
Ildefonso, that's a 3.
But he's not going to pass up on that. We've seen him defer to his teammates a lot here in the third quarter. But that time, just so wide open. How can you pass up on a shot like that?
Samonte. Manila slowing down the game here in the third. Hindi na matakbuhan sila ng Abra. Lopez short on that jumper. Dave Ildefonso. Oduba is open. John Oduba. Good box out by Decoy Lopez to grab the defensive rebound.
Oh, that's only Lopez's second rebound of the game. That's quite surprising.
Samonte, Mintis, rebound, Oduba. David. Gonzalez trailing. And the whistle going against Manila. 2 free throws coming up. This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Aside from trying to involve each and every one of their teammates, I think Abra is also trying to sharpen their running game in this one to prepare for a very important game this weekend when they go up against defending champion Pampanga.
Tama.
You know, they still are definitely the stronger team on paper, but you can never doubt the ability of Pampanga to win big games here in this league.
Masyado malakas ang tres. Mendoza. The pass was behind Gonzalez, recovered by Jolo. Raven. It's a running start. Gonzalez. Second opportunity won't go. Rebound nakuha ng Manila. Del Barrio to Ancheta. Labas kay Inigo. Now with Baltasar. Del Barrio. Inigo for 3. Cedillo. Battle for the loose ball. Nakuha ni Oduba. Quickly to Garcia. Jolo Mendoza. Launches the 3. That's halfway in. And the whistle on Garcia.
That's to get Raven Gonzalez out of the game. I think may nararamdaman si Raven. Possibly on his right foot, I think, or dun sa kanyang tuhod. Don't really know the exact injury that na iniinda ngayon ni Raven Gonzalez, but Markey coming in for him right now. Of course, Coach Denok wants to avoid his players getting into some deep trouble here and not being able to play in the next game.
Oduba gets it back and the layup para kay John Oduba. 88 to 53.
They're just putting it on here. Coach Denok continues to coach hard on that sideline. Again, the score doesn't matter anymore here para sa Abra. They just want to make sure that they develop, that they continue to develop the habits needed for them to eventually maybe become the national champions at the end of this season.
Mendoza. I thought he had a shot there. Very unselfish on Jolo Mendoza. Player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
It's nice to see that, you know, John Oduba fitting nicely into this Abra squad. A guy who's gone through multiple struggles in his career, maybe more than most players here in the league because of the many injuries that he has had to go through. But time and time again, he has stood up from those struggles and he continuously gets a new lease on his career. And here with Abra, getting that opportunity to showcase his talent once more. Oh, that's a hard fall there.
John Baltasar. He is whistled for the personal.
Di sobrang lakas yung tama pero nasa air na rin kasi si John Baltazar when he was going for that rebound. So just a little bump would definitely dislodge any player, and that's exactly what happened to Baltazar there.
John Baltasar at the line. Lead is at 35 points here.
Alam mo, minsan feel ko di na nga sinasadya ni Marky yung mga ganyan eh. I think maybe it's just second nature already.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. He's just a really physical player.
Yeah, he's a bruiser for sure. I mean, a lot of players would tell you, especially those here in the MPBL, the big men would tell you a guy that they don't want to go up against is Marky.
Austria inside. Nakakuha siya ng foul doon. Nabalik pa dito sa Abra ang bola. But if you think about it, Abra getting a bit of success in that third quarter just because hindi rin masyado nakatakbo ang Abra.
Tama ka dyan. And they've only held Manila to just 8 points here in the third quarter. That's definitely something to be proud of, especially because they allowed Manila 25 points in that second quarter, even more than their total in the first period.
Head of Operations Emer Oreta, Security Chief Rudy Distrito, nang sa gitna si Ascom Satar Macantal. Ancheta with a jumper. That won't go. Austria nakuha ang rebound. Austria has time and CJ goes on a fishing expedition. Nabigyan siya ng foul.
He only had one thing in mind. Pagkakuha niya ng bola, didn't even look at the clock anymore. Some of his teammates were already shouting last shot that dahil 13 seconds na lang natitira kanina. But he only had one thing in mind. He said to himself, I'm gonna try and get the final basket of this quarter.
It's called JB Bernas, team owner of the Abra Solid North Weavers. Pretty much plotting this domination of the Abra Solid North Weavers this season. 5 seconds remaining. Del Barrio, it's a turnover para dito sa Manila sa pagtatapos ng ating third quarter.
If you actually think about it, the way that we've been watching this game, you'd think that Manila already piling up their turnovers to as high as maybe 20, 25, but they've only turned the ball over 13 times. It's really the amount of misses that have already gathered here for Manila that have enabled Abra to run and run and run.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Fourth quarter is coming right up. The Abra Solid North Weavers with a 19-54 lead against the Manila Batang Quiapo. That's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. We're back at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. Abra against Manila. Abra Solid North Weavers fan yun na, naka-jersey.
Kaninong jersey ang suot?
Oo, huwag mo nang alamin. Ang abangan natin kung may susuot ng jersey mo, Javi Palanya. Yan ang kailangan nating alamin eventually.
Baka si Jepoy kasi pinapamigay ko yung mga dati kong jersey dito eh.
Abangan natin yan. Di naman susot si Jepoy kasi naka-uniform siya. Tingnan natin. When that day comes, I will be a very happy
Kaya tinigil ko
man.
na yung paglalaro ko eh. Kasi ayoko na may...
Pati pala si Ate Mika matutuwa din. Pag na may nakahanap na tayo na magsusuot ng jersey mo habang naglalaro ka.
When that day comes, I'm sure everybody will be very happy, not just me.
For sure. David Defonso, Jolo Mendoza, Jeo Chu, CJ Austin, John Oduba. The 5 on the floor for the solid North Weavers. Dave for 3. That won't go. Rebound. Nakuha ni Alexis Himan. Pinapahirapan ni Jolo Mendoza na makatawid. Lopez, binigay kay Inigo. Jeo Chu is there. Papantayin si Lopez. Gustong subukan ang depensa ni Jeo Chu.
He is really in it for a master class on physical basketball this season. Ito si Jeo Chu. He's got no choice but to continue to learn and adjust. This is a different level right now, and I'm sure sometimes there will be frustrations, but this will all be for the betterment of his career moving forward.
Under 9 minutes to play. Ayon and Yi will check back in. Oduba dumps it to Jeo Chu. That won't go. Mendoza with a jumper. Another battle for the rebound. It's off a white shirt. Alfred Cedillo returns para kay Decoy Lopez. Yi nakuha ang bola sa ilalim against Alfred Cedillo. Iman comes away with the loose ball. Inigo fires and gets it to drop. 33-point lead.
Pati yung bitaw ng magkapatid pareho, no? Si Axel at si Atsi.
Mas may mas sa gitna yung kay yung kay Axel. Oh, Jeo Chu comes up with a steal and throws it down.
Well, he definitely let all his frustration out on that slam.
9 points for Jeo Chu. He-Man, the spin, natapik ni Jeo Chu. Parang nanghina siya. Anong dinaman siya. Gonzalez for 3. Marquis is pushed from behind by Inigo.
Dahil konti lang ang mas titigas ang katawan dito sa liga na to kay Marquis.
This is the Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness. And check out Jeo Chu elevating for that jam.
And what was impressive about that was it was off a steal.
And then he stepped on the line, Gonzalez. (92-57). A 35-point lead for Abra. Cedillo will miss. Rebound Marquis. Nayon splits the defense and Mike takes flight.
Lovely to see that Mike Ayon hasn't lost his athleticism despite going through that knee injury recently. It's nice to see that the explosiveness, the speed, and the ability to get up is still there.
El Defonso has 2 free throws coming up. Palitan na tao dito. Watch this Mike Ayunayon able to split the defense and then takes off for that layup.
Actually, kung meron pa siyang space dun para bumelo, I'm pretty sure he would have loved to slam that home.
95 to 57.
But Ildefonso right now,
And a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
25 points in the game for DI. The man that Richard Tampos has christened the Sheriff. He's gone over 20 points or more 8 times this season with a season high, well, a career high because unang season pa lang niya naman to here in the MPBL. He has gone on to score 31 points. That's the highest so far total of his career here dito sa ating liga.
Only 31, huh?
Yeah, that was against Parañaque. Hard to believe, right?
Yeah, but hindi pa tayo tapos dito.
Tama. Marami pa silang games.
Yeah, but right in this game, actually, 25.
Yeah, only 25.
Yeah, that's a couple of three-pointers for David Defonso. Binigay kay Mike Ayunayon. Lumapit si Mike. The runner drops para kay Mike Ayunayon. 9 points in the ball game para kay Mike Ayunayon. It's 98 to 57. 41-point lead para dito sa Abra Solid North Weavers. Manila Batang Quiapo sues for time. We'll be right back. Abra Solid North Weavers with some solid opponents in their next few games. Pampanga, Ilagan, and then Mindoro. Puro Sabado lahat ng laro ng Abra. Let's give a quick shout out kay Daniel Arboleda. Nanonood sa atin.
Ay, magandang hapon.
Inside, Cedillo, labas kay Inigo, Decoy Lopez. Yung attack the closeout, sumabit si Chu or si Yi.
Yeah, the Coil Lopez has really benefited from this dynamic style of offense that Manila has been implementing this season. Dahil talagang more of a guy that can attack from the outside and shoot that three-pointer rather than the traditional back to the basket big. Ito si Decoy Lopez.
Will King Lee bumalik na dito. John Oduba as well is back.
Alam mo, ito si Willie, minsan nakakasabay ko sa gym.
Sa gym?
Oh. Sila ni si Joshua David pati si CJ Austria. Dahil,
Sa Katipunan ba?
Hindi, sa Activate. Sa Monteluin.
Sa Activate, okay.
Pag nagte-testing lang naman ako kay Coach Jello Vito. Dahil ang trainer nila si Mix Aitona eh.
Okay. Doon nga pala si KQ kay Coach Mix din yan eh.
Yes, sir. Oh, but heads up play there by JHU, although
Right in the head, no?
sapul sa mukha.
So, sorry na lang. Sorry na lang. Mas, ano ba mas, ano lang yan eh, physical lang kasi yan na sakit eh. Pero yung puso, hindi ganun kasakit eh.
Hindi, mas masakit yung puso. Masakit yung puso.
Okay.
Mas masakit yung sa puso.
Nagsalita na po si Javi Palanya.
Mas masakit
Hindi ko
yung sa
nakokontrain yun.
Mas dinadamdam yun. Yung physical kasi na sakit, pwede mo pang indahin yun eh.
Hihilom lang din eh,
Oo.
no? Pag after a few days or after maybe a few minutes.
Yeah.
Pero yung sa puso medyo matagal eh.
Matagal yun.
Minsan taon.
Minsan talaga taon.
Foul on number 17.
Hindi mo
Abra
masabi.
Castillo is third, 14 foul.
Hindi mo sabi kung kailan ka magiging okay.
Oo, hindi. Kasi yung physical, medyo may timeline ka na for that eh.
Ito, that's a technical on Jiu Chu.
14 foul.
Ito, kahit papano, nung tinamaan siya, may naparusahan si Jiu Chu.
Yun na nga.
Minsan kasi hindi ka talaga, pag walang balik eh.
Yun na nga eh. Yun yung pinakamasakit dun eh. Nasaktan ka na nga, tapos hindi pa paparusahan yung
Nanakit sa'yo.
nanakit sa'yo.
Okay na, mabait naman to si Jiu Chu.
Oh, hindi, mabait naman yan. Siyempre, I'm sure it wasn't intentional. I'm sure that he only had the betterment of that possession in his mind. He just wanted to keep that ball for Abra.
Grabe siguro yung dun sa OB ban ngayon tungkol sa pinagdadaanan ni Abby.
To make it clear, wala po akong pinagdadaanan. I'm just trying to share some experiences from the past.
Wilkin Lee for 3. David Defonso with the cleanup. Oduba staying with it. John Oduba.
Yeah, but sometimes, you just don't stay with it anymore. Sometimes you just have to learn to let go.
Hindi mo kayang i-let go yun. Sayang yun eh. Lamang ka doon, Abby. Lamang ka sa abilidad, kaya hindi mo pwedeng i-let go. David.
Ooh, that should be an advantage foul. Unsportsmanlike foul yan, I'm sure. Nobody in front of David Defonso anymore.
Abby. Seryoso po ang aking partner.
My oh my.
Grabe, what a weekend for Javi Palanya the past few days.
It's been quite a whirlwind of a weekend, actually. That goes to show how this year has been picking up.
Kaya nga eh, the thing's looking up for
Oh,
you,
yeah.
ah.
For all of us, I'm sure.
Oh, yan yung agaw, yan ang foul. But because Ildefonso, but ang pwede pa you can make a case na hindi rin kasi nandun si Decoy Lopez. Ang walang play on the ball though. Yan ang case doon for an unsportsmanlike foul.
And I think they've already come up with a decision here. There you go, referee Karina Martin saying that it is an unsportsmanlike foul.
His first foul.
So Canlas is whistled for the unsportsmanlike foul. Under 5 minutes to play here.
Well, David Defonso was set to shoot those 2 free throws, pero kasi si Joshua David yung final eh. So dapat siya talaga ang titira.
David, that's the first free throw. And Josh David already with 10 assists in the ball game. To go with the 8 points na meron siya.
But he's taken over lead point guard duties here in lieu of the resting Marwin Taiwan.
Under 2 to 58, Torralba has been inserted into the game. Lee to Baldo, corner 3, in and out, Fabro. So, mga homegrowns dito, pinasok ni Coach Denok.
Yeah, all homegrowns on the floor except for Josh David and John Aduba.
Lee to Fabro. Masyadong malakas yung pasa.
Grabe yung panghihinayang sa mukha ni Redel Fabro.
Lopez fires. That's an air ball. David with the rebound. Lee. Baldo inside. He scores. Back the other way for the Abra Solid North Weavers. Check out the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Baldo, the recipient of that nice find galing kay Will Lee.
Tatlong homegrown na nga yung pinasok dito. Commissioner Kenneth Deremdes is here. Gonzalez will launch the 3. Baldo will track it down para kay CJ Austria. CJ. Just nakalusot dito kay Cedillo and Austria will get 2 free throws.
Napalakas sila ng konti yung kanyang pabandang tira doon. But I love the very delicate but effective spin move there. Just very slow yet effective pirouette there galing kay CJ Austria. You know that he's in control dun sa kanyang mga galaw.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances ng Subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. One for 2 for CJ. Apolonio will check back in the next dead ball. 105 to 58. Inigo. Cedillo will fire. That won't go. Gonzalez quickly to Baldo. Fabro. Foot on the line. Only a 2-pointer. Nonetheless, he gets on the board. He-Man. Inigo, the 3. Too strong. Cedillo with a rebound. Alfred against Redel. Nowhere to go. Canlas. The kick out to Decoy Lopez. That rattles out. Will Lee with a rebound. Takbo ang mga solid North Weavers here. Austria in the lane. He's fouled by Decoy Lopez.
You could see that Austria now able to rely on his upper body strength to draw those fouls and getting to the line a lot here in the fourth quarter. Not just relying on his athleticism, but really making it basic and going for the bodies of his defenders.
Right now, it's a 50-point lead for the Abra Solid North Weavers. 2:51 remaining. 2 for 2 for CJ. He's into double figures as well with 10 points. Cedillo. He-Man. There's a whistle going against Will Keen Lee. Fabro returns.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the 5 that Coach Denok will finish this game with.
Alfred Cedillo at the line.
Well, he's averaged 22.5 points per game in his short stint with Manila this season. That's over the course of 4 games. 19 points, still time for him to get to that average or perhaps surpass that total still.
And ang maganda lang kay Alfred, no? Effortless nung mga ano niya, pag gumalaw siya, parang hindi siya natitinag kahit anong depensa.
Yun na nga. And I'm sure that he really made sure that bago siya bumalik dito, that he would be in tip-top physical shape, and he looks like he really is.
Canlas will fire. Short. Lee fires a pass to Baldo. That's last touch on Manila.
Although pretty much still a lot to learn for Will Lee. I just love the desire and the fire in him to really keep on learning.
Baldo able to score there. Final 2 minutes of the ball game. It's already a done deal. Pero tingnan natin ano pang magagawa dito. That's off a Manila player. Or Cedillo. Review pa nila.
Yeah, because we're now under the final 2 minutes. But definitely, we're just waiting for the final score here, no doubt about that. Abra's highest total this season was 100
and 32 points against Valenzuela. That was last July 5. Prior to that, it was 114 against Bulacan in March.
It will stay with Manila. 14 on the shot clock. See what they can come up with here. Toralba. Foul on Lee. Toralba at the line. That's the first one to drop. 111-61. One for two. Apolonio with the rebound. Maldo to Lee. Atake si Lee. Oh, easy finish for Kian Lee.
This kid's got hops too.
Pag warm up, nagda-dunk yun eh.
Oo.
Toralba to Decoy Lopez. Lopez, oh, steal by Fabro. Apolonio. Maldo. Gonzalez to Fabro. He'll fire. No, Apolonio taps it. Lee turns around. No, rebound, nakuha ni Lopez. Lee with a steal. Fabro. Dire-diretso, Redel Fabro for two. Toralba will launch it. He's blocked. Gonzalez. Fabro draws closer, masyadong malakas. Lee saves it. Inside, Wilkin Lee.
And they just continue to pound it on here. Not even looking at the clock anymore. They're not bothered one bit. They just want to continue to score as much points as they can. At there, you see Coach Denok Miranda already waving his hand and telling his boys, that's enough.
117-63. Fabro will let it fly, and that's short. And yan po ang ating laro. Abra Solid North Weavers taking care of business here on this Monday afternoon dito sa Phil Oilacor Center in San Juan. Huge win again para sa Abra Solid North Weavers. 20 wins for the season. And this is an assignment that they needed to take care of before that duel with Pampanga on Saturday.
Interesting stretch of games up next para sa Abra Weavers. Not just that game against Pampanga, but also going up against teams like Ilagan and Mindoro. Those teams have been playing well recently, so it's not going to be an easy job for Abra as they try to close out this season strong. But with this guy in tow, definitely makes things a lot more comfortable.
Best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Dave Ildefonso with 25 points and 6 assists and 6 rebounds. Final score, 117-63. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Dave. Once again, sabi nga ni Coach Denok sa akin kanina, yung mga games sa kagaya nito would still test your character. But I don't really know how to test yours as your 14th Best Player Award here in the MPBL. Your thoughts about this game?
Siyempre, ako nagpapasalamat ako unang-una kay God. Siyempre kasi without him, siyempre yung performances ko and yung my work won't be able to be shown sa mga games. And yun nga, sabi mo nga na sa 14th Best Player of the Game Award. Pero sa akin, mas importante yung 20th win namin today. So, happy ako kasi yun nga, medyo we're at the latter end of the season, regular season. So, good thing we're getting more momentum as we're entering into the playoffs. And yun nga, buti lang Coach Denok was able to coach for us well. And all the other assistant coaches stepped up nang wala si Coach Yong.
Maraming salamat. Pasalamat tayo kay Kuya Mark dun sa information of 14th best player mo. Dave, you are playing the defending champions on Saturday. How do you feel about that?
Siyempre, we're preparing for them talaga. You know, even though they lost their pieces, they're still the defending champions. So until a new champion is crowned, syempre they're still the defending champions. And syempre paghandaan namin sila, and people at the players naman sa Pampanga and the coaches there always have a good system, and they're always gonna fight. So we're getting ready ourselves for our game on Saturday.
Appreciate that. May mga gusto ka bang batiin at pasalamatan?
Yes, yung nano babae ko na lalaki nanonood. Hi, Nano. And sa girlfriend ko, si Lina. Hi din. And nanay, tatay. And sabi, ikaw naman magsabi ng hello Burlington. Dali, dali na. Sa Burlington, hello. And sino pa ba? Meron pa ba akong mabatiin? Pastor Ferdy, hello. Salamat sa pag-guide sa amin spiritually always. Yan.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Dave Ildefonso. Display of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Delphin Javi.
Thank you so much, Mika, and congratulations, Dave Ildefonso. That's just sensational. Best player of the game, number 14 for him on their 20th win of the season. Up next, it's Bacolod against Basilan. We will be right back at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center here in San Juan.